Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I grew up watching the A-Team. If you're familiar with that old show, you'll remember Hannibal chewing on his cigar and saying, "I love it when a plan comes together." I didn't have a cigar, nor did I want one, but I had a similar feeling the other day. I just had to declare, I love it when God's plan comes together. I also love being part of His plan. You know how God told the Israelites, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." We know that, but it's so cool when God proves it to us. On Tuesdays, I go to Saints Visitation. It's an acronym for something, but it's basically just visiting the shut-ins of our church. It's always the highlight of my week. We meet at church, get our assignments, and load up on homemade bread and a small vase of fresh flowers to bring. One Tuesday, I left with 2 of each. I called on one of the ladies to let her know that I was on my way, and she told me she didn't want any more visits. I tried not to take it personally since I don't even know her, and I had a wonderful visit with another sweet couple. But on my way home, I wondered what I could do with the flowers that I had brought. They ended up on my counter. The next morning, my calendar reminded me that it was one of my neighbor's birthday. From where I live, you'll understand that by neighbor, I mean down the road and back in the woods. I've never been to her house. I've only greeted her at her mailbox or when she's taking out her trash. But I knew it was her first birthday without her mom, who died earlier this year. So I texted her a cheery happy birthday greeting. Surprised I even knew about her birthday, she texted back, and I found out she had COVID. That's when the Lord directed my attention to the flowers on my counter. Of course, He'd sent them home with me to give to her. Since her brother across town had brought her groceries, she didn't really need anything. But God knew she needed these flowers with a bright, smiley-faced bow. So I walked them over to her house, set them on her porch, and we ended up having a good long phone conversation. She thrilled to learn that God, not her neighbor, had sent those flowers to her because He loves her and knew that she would need them that morning. I had my own plan the day before, but the Lord had something different in mind. And Proverbs 19:21 says, "Many are the plans of a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails." And I was so glad it did. What plans have you seen God change in your life? How has He used you for His purposes when you least expect it? How can He use you today?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.